It's a rich man's feast, but my niggas gotta eat. Cold world kids starving on the streets, so we got the heat. Hoes fighting war on drugs, but we still copping weed. Thought you was free until you open up your eyes and see. Welcome to the system, welcome to the system. So many people warned us, but we just weren't listening. Check your phone, nigga, cause the feds might be listening.
What's happening? It's your boy Jay Kush. You know what I'm saying? We're getting ready for the podcast now. About to get started. Anyways, about to, you know what I'm saying, hit this trigger real quick, man. Get high on the bitch, get ready to spread all my unfiltered thoughts and piss y'all niggas off.
Big ass head.
That's why it's a good thing we got 3 cameras going on at once. That way, we just alternate and whatnot.
We should have like a primary camera though.
Oh, of course.
We'll probably fit that out later.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully we get big enough where like we can rent like a studio, like an official podcast. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I thought we could do it just in a room.
Kind of like a button.
Yeah.
Well, of course. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like
You gonna say of course, but saying the contrary.
well, think about it. Like,
Of course, but in a studio.
nigga, when we broke, you know what I'm saying? When we just some regular broke niggas, hell yeah. Of course we're gonna do it at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere, some place like.
Joe Budden ain't broke ass nigga. And he,
I mean, like, not compared to like us, but like maybe compared to some other niggas.
of
you know?
course.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's
just bought the
relative.
studio, though.
Huh?
Oh, I'm sure it can. I'm sure it can.
Oh yeah.
He probably just
But
don't
that's
want
cheaper to
to.
do in
Yeah,
the house.
about to.
In a room.
Like I'm pretty sure he probably flies like.
He was telling me, I seen a podcast the other day where he was saying like he went to the club and they were like he was sitting at a table and they were like, oh, like you gotta leave unless you're gonna buy a table. The table was $10,000. He's like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm not. And what sucks is like when people make it, like especially as rappers, right? Like they come from this like poor, like most times they come from this like kind of like poor part of society where you know you don't have shit and then you finally get money, and then it's like you get to splurge in a way you never had to do before because now you have like access to things that you never did before. Like,
But I think Joe Budden has a unique perspective because he's never been like
up there.
yeah, you know.
Like,
What I mean?
oh, of course. That's why I always fuck with Joe Budden. You know, I always been a fan of his. Like when he was doing his music, because
Shout out to Joe Budden.
shout out to Joe Budden, Maury, fucking Maul, Rory, all y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They ain't confusing names, I ain't.
yeah, I was meshing y'all niggas. y'all fused y'all like a transformer and shit. But I mean, we good. Fucking But like I was trying to say was I lost my train of thought.
That you always
High shit.
yeah, it's like Joe Budden because
Oh yeah, I was always a fan of Joe Budden, right? Because Joe Budden was dope as shit. He was lyrical as fuck, and like a way that other people weren't. And in his time period, when I started becoming a fan of him was when I was down south. So like there was like OJ the Juice Man, Shawty Low, all them niggas were making like like that club shit. And then I could always turn to Joe Budden for like that like dark, emotional, lyrical shit that like you felt in your soul.
what was that one song you showed me the other day? It was like a 3
Ordinary Love Shit. That's one of my favorite songs, y'all. I remember I was kind of got derailed for a second, but I used to listen to that when I was going through with Chelsea, you know, my ex-wife, and I was in the Middle East and I was going through, you know, all that argument back and forth with her, and then, you know, he just spoke to my soul. Like, he was just like telling me exactly what I was going through, and I'm like, he knows. Like,
Niggas been there.
you know what I mean? Like, that's what I love about music. That's why I wanted to become that's probably why I wanted to make music, was because I love that feeling when you can take a song and attach it to yourself, and the second you listen to it, it puts you in a place.
Does she still have your last name?
No.
No?
Thankfully,
What's
no.
her last name?
Tuning. Garbage ass last name, like
Word.
Tuning.
It's not like candy bar.
Yeah.
What's that? Isn't there like candy bar called like Chew Something or something?
Peanut chews or some shit.
Yeah, Peanut Chew, I think is what it's called.
But she
She
told me,
tasty.
from what she told me, like she didn't like the stigma of having a Spanish last name. Like whenever she got pulled over by cops and shit like that. And
And that was years back, and then and now, I mean,
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, 'cause I mean, I can't just change my name. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to, like, to just avoid, like, that kind of shit. Like, I mean, we are who we are, and fuck them. You know what I mean? Like, no, you don't get no shout out.
Shout out to everybody.
Like, you ain't gave me pussy in forever, so like, we ain't even, you're not even worth mentioning.
let's
Really,
get cut.
it's not. But yeah. So let's start with the introduction. I guess that's probably the best place to start since we didn't do that. We just kind of.
What angle are we looking at for the introductions?
What angle you want to look at?
So many choices.
You want to start? Let's start with Tony.
You want to go by Tony or Anthony?
I'll go by Anthony. I don't got a king.
Yeah, so you might want to get into it.
You got the camera right there.
What am I introducing?
Yourself.
Just myself.
Yeah, I mean, again, you know, so this is Highly Offensive, episode 1. Introduce who you are, what you're, what you're trying to get out of this, and you know what you're bringing to the table, and what we're trying to accomplish through this podcast, essentially.
What's up, everybody? My name is Anthony. A. Dot. My last name. Dot. But I'm just we're here to just talk about our everyday lives, everything we see, all the news, everything that's happening in the world. We just want to try to get some information out there, let everybody know, have the conversations that people don't want to have. And I'm here to make sure we stay on track, keep going through these different topics, and make sure we can have somewhat civilized conversations.
You're probably gonna fail, but we're gonna try to keep it,
We'll do what we can,
legit.
cut what we need to.
Anything else?
That's me. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Jackson.
Ain't no shout to Caleb. Damn.
We're gonna cut that out.
It's gonna be the headliner. Caleb ain't shit.
I'm Jose. I used to be known as Jay Kush. I wanted to be a rapper at one point in time. Still kind of do, but not the way that I used to. Like, I'm Puerto Rican. I was born in Puerto Rico. It's my little brother Louis. We came over here to America, mainland, like 1993, I want to say. Learned English as fast as we could so we can assimilate. And so I don't even have a fucking accent now. Like,
You make it sound like a spy or something.
no,
Like
like
assimilate to this culture. Bring back intel back to Puerto Rico.
fucking sleeper agents over here. But like.
Well, you don't want to type autobiography?
But yeah, pretty much. That's it.
Yeah, intro, outro.
They got the whole 60-page biography.
My name is Louis from the podcast No Nickname. We're doing this podcast to just be able to talk about topics that we talk about every day. It's something that we do all the time, just never filmed. So we're doing it for entertainment purposes, and just to have fun. Really, just to have fun. And the money comes in. You know what I mean? The money, right? Know what I'm saying?
We do it full time, then make official episodes and official studios and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure y'all support, like, comment, share, subscribe, fucking all the works and all that shit.
The more y'all support, the better the background. So, you know what I mean? Just
if y'all want
keep
some
that in
good
mind.
scenery, you know what I'm saying? Like some CGI, some robots and shit. You know
Some
what I mean?
white walls in the room that would be.
Alright. So, episode 1 of Highly Offensive. First topic.
We have Tekashi 6ix9ine and the Feds. Who wants to go ahead and start? I know we have some opinions here.
Let me set my not tea. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, right? Like with the Tekashi 6ix9ine situation, because as I'm sure both of y'all know I was not a fan at all.
I don't think
Like,
nobody here's a fan of Tekashi.
to the point where I mean, like, I even made a little diss song about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the reason I did at the time was because, you know, like I never pictured that it would end up the way it did now. Like when he was, you know, first coming up in the scene, I didn't like him because I knew that lifestyle that he was portraying was only going to bring more negative energy, and not just to him, but to the people around him, to the fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, what people don't understand about music is, number one, or that maybe they do, but just don't really like pay attention, is that, you know, when you take that in and you enjoy it, you know, part of you wants to recreate it, wants to relive it and experience it, because, you know, you're experiencing it through somebody else. And, you know,
The thing is too though, like in his case, when you hear like some of my favorite rappers, they talk about stories that they had and experiences that they went through, whether, you know, they were gangbanging, or somebody was gangbanging or lost people. But I feel I never liked Tekashi 6ix9ine character or his persona, because I felt like he was just creating shit to create material.
He's not about that life.
Yeah, he wasn't about the life, like, you know, and he even said it, you know, to like the court, like it's entertainment purposes. He said it a bunch of times. He said it on.
well, I mean, he's gonna say that now. No,
Yeah.
he's fucking.
Well, he said it.
crazy.
He said it on.
And he said it on the Breakfast Club.
On the Breakfast Club. So, you know, shout out to Charlamagne, and DJ Envy, Angela. But yeah, I mean, he. So that's like it's and it doesn't bring anything good to the table, because then when you become that idol for other people, like you inspire people to do the same thing, which is negative. Look for negative energy to be able to get publicity, to get them clicks. We were just talking about to get them click, then click, and then it's cool when it's happening, like when you're getting that attention, but then when you start getting that wrong attention, where does that leave you?
It's all about impacts. I know we had that conversation earlier.
Yeah.
You got to think about the impacts that you're doing to other people and society in a whole. Like he has a following. Tekashi has a following, a lot of followers, and he's out there promoting drugs, gangbanging, robbing people, getting shot.
And he's not even. The thing is, it's not even that he's talking about it. It's just that he's talking about it, and he's not about that. Like, not that he doesn't get into shit, but he gets into shit to create. He's the ultimate troller. Like he
just said it himself. He was a troller.
Yeah. So like that's not, for me. That's not what music's about, and that's why I never liked them. But
I mean, like, I definitely understand where you're coming from, because I remember, like, when I first started listening to rap, my favorite rapper was T.I. Like, T.I., you knew.
shout out to you.
Shout out to T.I. Tip a real one. You know, like, you knew he was authentic. Not just because he had an extensive rap sheet. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, you know what I mean? But, like,
Shit happens.
yeah, I mean, life happens. You know what I mean? But, like, when he rapped about it, like, you knew, like, you felt that shit, like as he was telling these stories about the shit that, like, he was experiencing in his life situation, you knew it was real. It was something that he genuinely experienced and was able to, you know, portray into a song or whatnot. With Tekashi, on the other hand, like, you knew it was a persona. Like, there was no point, but the problem with the persona is that when you're the persona, you don't want to be called a persona.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, even though he knew that he wasn't about that life, because, like, other people knew that he wasn't about that life. Like, it was almost like he had to, like, one up him. Like, oh, word, I'm not, you know, the king of New York. Say I won't go to Chicago, to whatever, the place where people, like, 73 people get killed in a weekend, and see if I can just walk around
And say, test my gangster.
and tell y'all niggas to suck my dick.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
And the crazy part, though, I was watching his last interview he had with the Breakfast Club before he went to jail, and he was saying that Charlamagne had pointed out that, like, oh, you was there for like 10 minutes. He's like, nah, nigga, I was there for 5. he's nothing that he says is ever true. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the one thing that I think that got him into this trouble with the feds and everything that's going on. You know what I mean?
Well, no, and I think that's, you know, I was gonna say this a little bit for later, but you know, what bothers me, and this is why, what really bothers me about the situation, because even though I didn't like him, I didn't want this for him. Right. Like, what I wanted was for somebody to whoop his ass, put him in check, and make him realize that being gangster, that shit ain't cool. Let that nigga make some other kind of music, and then go about his, you know what I'm saying? Like, get your bread. Because I'm not a crab in a bucket. I ain't mad if somebody make it, you know what I'm saying, out the bucket. But, you know what I'm saying, like, what I see in the situation, looking at, like, all the indictments and shit, you know what I'm saying, like, because now it's extensively covered, like, shit, DJ Academics covered it, Diamonds Lives covered it, you know what I'm saying, it's a sensational thing that's going on right now with him, because his rise was so meteoric, and because, like, he did so much crazy shit and it never faced the consequence for it that no one thought that he ever would. And my problem with the situation is the feds, like, have, like, literally, like, a grocery list of shit this nigga's been doing. So, like, the whole time, like, while we saw it happening on, you know, Academics' page, the feds saw that shit, like, and they knew it, and they was documenting shit. And, like, they was like, yeah, at, you know, July, whatever the fuck happened, the Barclays Center, you know, the video shoot. Oh, where did this happen? Cool. So they had this whole grocery list on this dude. So at any given point, they could have stopped what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, they saw what this man was doing. They knew that this kid was just, I mean, he ain't no kid, but he ain't no adult. You know what I'm saying? Like, this motherfucker is still, like, youngin'. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you get young kid with money and an ego and, like, people around you that's just feeding that beast, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need somebody that's gonna check you. You need either, like, a father figure, a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, apparently this nigga had no friend,
Well, he was saying in the Breakfast Club, not to interrupt, but he was saying in the Breakfast Club that one time his friend, I think his best friend, his name was Andrew, he has told him, like, something about what he was doing, or, like, all this that he was getting into. And he told me, he's like, look, I'll replace you. Like, you're replaceable. Like, you ain't shit, basically. You know what I mean? And then, like, so, like, when you have somebody who's being real with you, and you take a look at everything that's been happening to him, like,
you don't have friends in that environment. Like, what do you expect was gonna happen?
Yeah, and then, like, you know, like, the stuff that's been happening to you, like getting kidnapped, like, you know, supposedly having what do you call that? What the DJ Academic said, an informant and stuff like that. You know, that's somebody who's close to him, right? But, like, how do you expect to have, like, loyal friends when you're not, like, you're impersonating this character that you're not really, so nobody's gonna be loyal to that. You know what I mean? Like, T.I. is a good example. Like, when he came out, when he came out of jail, then he just make a music video in his own neighborhood and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, them niggas praise him, like, they love him because that's who he is. Yeah. So, like, when you're being fake, you know what I mean, you're gonna have fake friends. You know what I mean? That's one of the parts. One of the reasons I think that he got in so much trouble too, because to have fake friends.
Oh, definitely. And you knew, like, that those dudes that he was surrounded with, Treyway, all them niggas, they was just there for the money. They didn't really give a fuck about him. They probably didn't even like his music. They were
ones that were also doing the real shit that he was talking about. And that's why he got caught up, because he was talking, like, hanging out with the people that were about that life, and that the life happened, shit got real, and he got caught up in it because he was with them.
That's crazy.
And like, it just sucks because, you know, like, somebody should have stopped it at some point. And we know that people could have. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it was, you know, his own team, they should have stopped it at some point when they seen that he was getting too involved. Whether it was his tight family, the people that regardless of money, how much money you got, the people that you really should be listening to, or, you know, the very police, the feds, like, who saw what was going on and just watched it happen, and then just like decided to, instead of just like stopping it and preventing any further incidents, they just decided, well, we're gonna let this continue to go on so that we can get a bigger bust, because that's all they give a fuck about is, well, how can we spin this to make it look like we work and we did something really big, like, oh, so let's wait for these motherfuckers to get to the point where they shooting up video sets and people really in danger and all that shit before we come kicking the doors in.
You think you gonna get a lot of years in jail?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think he's already snitched and he's already cooperated. I think there's, and I know there's a stigma that comes with that, because when you about that life, snitching that's a no-go. You know what I'm saying? But when somebody's fake and not about that life, you know what I'm saying? Like,
snitches gonna come natural.
Yeah, like I don't even think that the nigga hesitated. Like, I don't like
I didn't even ask him. He just told them.
Like the first time when because the feds snatched him up and brought him to like some HQ, and then whatever happened, they like, yo, Treyway trying to kill you. Just cooperate. Let's give you protection. I guess he turned it down. But after they locked him up, he probably got jumped, and you know what I'm saying, shit happened, like, and then they asked him, hey, yo, you want to snitch? You bet your ass, because I mean, like, one, they relocated him to a fucking facility where it was nothing but snitches, like, pretty much.
Well, he was in jail with all of them, wasn't he? Treyway and all of them were in there with him.
Oh, really?
I'm
yeah,
first, they all got locked up together in general population.
Crazy.
Damn well they ain't gonna work out for him.
So, and that's the thing, it's like, so you're telling me that the feds, who was trying to protect them
Oh,
from
why was Treyway trying to kill him, though?
because he fired him.
He said,
And
fuck
then, and then he started talking mad shit.
Yeah.
And the thing was like this was all building up because, the feds raided Tekashi back in, I want to say like August or some shit like that, where they found a handgun. So like once like the feds raided him, like you knew that it was like there was already an open investigation, because like the feds don't just pop up at your crib without like, I mean they kind of do sometimes, but usually there's some kind of reason and like some procedural stuff happen, like they got a warrant or whatever the fuck to come to your crib and all that sort of shit. So once that happens, you already know like there's an investigation. So like once you know that you're being investigated, what usually happens? People get nervous. All of a sudden, hey yo, I can't fuck with these niggas. And then the niggas that's getting investigated, and like, what you mean you ain't fucking with us, nigga? Like, we got you to this point, and now all of a sudden you want to fire us and tell us that you ain't trying to kick it with us? Like, we made you who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like them, they feel entitled to a certain, bit of all that, of where he's going with it. And it was a clusterfuck of like just shit going wrong, like a car crash. And it's like it's like a car crash you knew it was gonna happen. It's like when you see like a drunk guy, like, and he's shotgunning beers as he's like racing like 120 miles an hour down like the freeway. You know he's gonna crash, but you're just like, for a second you're just entertained by the drunk guy just like speed racing, and you're just like, holy shit, how is he doing? And all of a sudden, bam, he smacks into like a brick wall and explodes in a ball of flames. That's what happened to Tekashi 6ix9ine. Like,
So you think he's done for?
I mean, the feds have a 97% conviction rate in federal court. They're charging him, 25 to life. Minimum 25, maximum life. Then it's like, I mean, he's going to cooperate, but you're doing fed time. So it's like, how much time are they going to shave off? So, I mean, one of two things is going to happen. Either he's going to get completely off. He's going to completely cooperate with the feds, snitch on everything that he's ever seen with Treyway, and they're going to let him go. He's going to go back to being a music. He's going to be big as fuck. He's going to be like the next Triple X. But then somebody's going to come for him because they know that he cooperated. Or B, he's going to do some time. Like some serious, at least probably like...
What do you think he should do?
How much time do I think he deserves?
No. What do you think he should do? Snitch or do time?
I mean, he's gonna do time. I mean, he's gonna have to snitch regardless. Like,
you think so?
Yeah, because if he don't, you know you're gonna get at a minimum 25. Like if you're 22 and somebody says you're gonna be 25, that's
more
like like your whole life's gone. What you gonna come out to? You know what I'm saying?
Sure, nothing gonna be popping when you come out.
Yeah,
your
right.
whole wave that you were riding to get to where you are now.
Hell no.
You ain't gonna have no money. You ain't gonna have shit. Like that's the tough one.
25 years in jail when you a rainbow haired nigga with long hair, like that's just one nigga I would not want to be.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
not a good look.
it's fucked up.
So you're for him snitching?
I'm not for him snitching. I'm like I said, I'm not a fan of him. This is so like for me, I'm watching this. I just feel bad because I know that it could have been stopped. It could have been, and I wish it had been because like for example, like with Triple X, you know, he had this dark past. You know what I'm saying? That people are judging him. Some people judge him now for, but he's gone. So it's like there's nothing like. And then when he was taken,
Oh, I thought you had said Triple H.
Triple X.
Before I thought you said Triple H. I was trying to connect the bridge, but I couldn't find it.
yeah, he got killed. You know what I'm saying? Like at Survivor Series.
Well, what third pass did Triple X have? What third pass did Triple X have?
I mean, I don't really get into it too much because you know what I'm saying. Like his fans get mad like on Twitter and and so because you know the way it's like he's immortalized now. It, like a Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like when people brought up that shit about Michael Jackson, like niggas wasn't trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know. And to this day, no one knows what the fuck happened. But it just even hearing it, motherfuckers wasn't trying to have it. You know what I'm saying? Because he was gone, and you know. But like one of the biggest things with Triple X, right, was that his girlfriend, he had beat her, and to the point where she went blind in one eye. He like fractured her face and everything. Like it was ugly as shit. And
oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
yeah, and they were gonna go to court for it, and then they declared him, you know, innocent because he was already dead. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's nothing that could be done. But
You think he really did that though?
I mean, who else did it?
We'll just leave it as an open question.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trying to judge him because I mean, like, take a look at Chris Brown. Chris Brown beat the shit out of Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? Like
Is that you said there? Rihanna beat the shit out of you.
oh yeah, nigga hit with a dance move like
I seem like something Chris Brown would do.
like,
What?
Nigga moonwalk, like, spinning back elbow. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Singing, dancing, hitting.
It's fucked up because I mean we talking about some domestic violence and shit,
Yeah.
but I mean like we gotta laugh at it in a sense because it's some dark shit and it's like that's one way to process it. But you know what I'm saying like if we look at a lot of the artists in hip hop and not even just hip hop outside of hip hop, you know what I'm saying there's a lot of dark shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these niggas that's how they come up with their music. They go through some dark experiences and that.
That's what makes the best music.
Yeah.
Writing about what you experience. And it's real. You can really write about it.
But sometimes it's hard to deal with the shit that you know about. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard being an R. Kelly fan now. You know what I'm saying? Because like at first you could deny that shit. Like even though you seen the video, like it's not him. It's not. You can't tell what the girl's age. You know what I'm saying? But like now that it's been so many incidents, you seen that the nigga had a mansion with the cult. 20 girls trapped up in there. Ain't no excuse. You can't be like, oh no, he ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know he's doing it. But like, you love that song, that bump and grind. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Next to it.
Yeah. Like you overlook. You know what I'm saying? Like the faults. And that's the problem that we gotta stop. Because like with Tekashi 6ix9ine, people overlooked his faults. They knew that he wasn't about that life, that he was putting himself in a position that he shouldn't have been in. But because they enjoyed the ride, they didn't say there was I mean, of course, there's people out there like that was saying, don't do this. It's just gonna Ebro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people were trying to tell him, and he wasn't trying to have that shit. But like, of course you're trying to hear from motherfuckers that you don't give a fuck about, really. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
So there's like the people that really gave a fuck about him, that he gave a fuck about. Those are people that really. I mean, of course, like the law enforcement should have done a little bit too, but I mean, it's neither here nor there. It's too late. Niggas in jail. So now the question is, you know, where do we go from? Where does he go from here? Where do we go from here? How do we process this going with music forward? Because he's not gonna be the last nigga that does that. There's gonna be another. There's a whole bunch of wave of rappers out there right now, like fucking what's his name, Kid Buu, for example. You know, where there's some shit that people see about him, and it's like, all right, but people overlook that shit, and then like, you know, put him on these levels where they have more, you know, exposure and all this other shit, and then later on when shit happens, they're like, oh, I can't believe it happened. Like, really? You can't believe it happened? Like,
I think that goes back to the roots, though. I can look at all like your big names. Everybody had Biggie, Tupac, the two of the biggest ones. Look at their past there, and that's shit's still the same.
Yeah.
we never learn, I guess. Like, but then, you know, we want to cry on Twitter and be like, oh, I can't believe, you know, or, you know, like, and it sucks, like I love Mac Miller, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, and now he's gone, and it's like, and I remember listening to Macadelic. That's my favorite body of work from him. But you have to listen to that high, like there's no way you can listen to that so not. It's not that you can't. It's that you don't. But that full appreciation for it isn't until like you're on the same level that he's kind of like on, and because you understand those thoughts, those dark like high thoughts, and you're like, holy shit. But it's like, you know, you kind of wish like he could have been saved, yeah, before he got to the point where, you know, ultimately he passed away, and it's sad because you almost love him more because he's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you
Appreciate him more.
Yeah, like.
You know, you're never gonna hear nothing else.
It's always that way. It's always when a motherfucker dies that people are always like, he was the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it sucks. Yeah.
Should show him that love when he was here, so he could have helped him.
And I wish I would have showed him more love, because I mean, like, I was a fan of his, but I wasn't like the biggest fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't tweeting his lyrics, and you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I was just a passing by fan, you know what I'm saying? But like, now that he's gone, it's like, damn, that dude really was dope as shit. And like, compared to like a lot of the other rappers, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was so positive, so, you know, upbeat, and just like, I wish there was more of him around and like less of the.
That's one thing you can say, he was unique though, compared to the other rappers around him.
So next topic.
We kind of touched on it a little bit though, was the informant part, with Tekashi having that informant into what led to part of his arrest and all the charges. So obviously, we all know he had an informant. Somewhere along the line, somebody got him. So somebody close to him. Who? Any ideas who we think that might have been?
DJ Academics.
No subliminals there.
So I clear my throat.
You get smacked in episode. But I mean, like, it kind of sounds like it. Like, and it kind of sounds like it. Like, and it's fucked up because I'm an academic.
He just
fan.
got that face though, like
That
he
rap
would
formant
do something
face?
like that. He got that rap face. He got that because I mean he was being compared to Tom or Jerry.
Yeah.
One of the other. The mouse. What's the mouse's name?
I
I think it's Jerry. Jerry.
No, Jerry's the. Yeah, you're right.
Jerry's the mouse. Yeah. He do got that. He got that rap face, bro.
Well, I mean, like you could tell with the like I've been a fan of him for like a minute, so it sucks to even have this conversation
Of who?
of DJ Academics, because I've been following him for
You do got that red face.
since before, like back in his like Warren Shot Rack days, but like when he was at his prime before he got on Complex and shit. Like you always knew like he was never like he was that dude that wasn't about that life. He was just watching it from the sides, kind of like joking, like, oh, like so and so got turned into a pack, you know what I'm saying, in Chicago, and some people wasn't too happy about that, like Vic Mensa,
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
yeah,
when
that
he
was
smacked the shit out of him. That shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt bad for him, but I'm like,
He got smacked up.
no, he didn't get smacked, but like,
Oh.
I just felt bad that he just got like bitched up like that, like
Well, he was yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I mean, like, a nigga threatened to smack me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He was trying to rationalize with him too. He was like, no, but what I meant was said. What I was going to say.
Yeah,
nah.
when a nigga like that, he's already in his feelings, especially because like he must have been like one of his close friends. You know what I'm saying? Like one of his homies. You know what I'm saying? Like he felt some type of way and was like, yo, it's on sight when I see that nigga. Like, and you know, like so the reason I think he's probably like he could have been involved,
whether knowingly or unknowingly, is because he put himself in a predicament probably with 6ix9ine that he was never in before. And like he probably because 6ix9ine surrounded by these niggas doing street shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sure he probably like tried to keep himself out of all that shit. But like just even being associated with them, you know what I'm saying? Like he probably got put into certain predicaments or whatnot. And I'm not saying like he just like flat out snitched, but I think him and Tekashi had this kind of relationship where like it was like kind of like a parasitic relationship on both ends, where like Tekashi was like, yo, every time I do some shit, you cover my shit, and you know what I'm saying, like give me that exposure. And then he was using him like because since he was the hottest shit, you know what I'm saying, like all that money, all them streams. You know what I mean? Like, and I think you know what I mean. They might have had like a real kind of friendship in there somewhat, but like not like you and Tony kind of friends. You know what I'm saying? Like where y'all bond is like.
Yeah, that's it.
But you know, with this whole situation, yeah, nah, cause like
Fucking up, so train of thought.
like with the whole situation, right? You kind of expect something to happen to him, like to both Tekashi and 6ix9ine, because like at some point, like you know,
Wait.
Tekashi and academics.
yeah,
Yeah, I was like,
Tekashi and 6ix9ine.
we're gonna we're gonna take that out.
nah, what even?
We're gonna do that.
That makes it real.
No, you're gonna make it real.
Conversations. People fuck up.
Fuck your real conversation. But you know, like Tekashi and academics, right? Like, because they both not real niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you got two niggas that's not like street like about that life, and then all of a sudden you put in situations that like require you to be about to
Require that goon.
yeah, like shit happens, and either it makes you or it breaks you. And a nigga like academics will break. Like, and I'm sorry, like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if Vic Mensa shook him with just a threat of a slap, imagine if like the feds like was something about like, yo,
All you gotta do is like blink his direction, snitching. You know that stay your parents just gave when you was a little kid, just like I'm gonna beat you when we get home. It's the same thing they would just do to him, and he just okay, yeah, 6ix9ine, yeah.
I got all the videos. Like,
Yeah.
you like, he about to call me right now. What y'all need?
Who was you killing 6ix9ine?
Who'd you put the hit out on?
Speaking.
But because it's like, who else could it have been, man? Like.
Well, the thing
That
is, well, I mean, he had just fired his people too, though.
Mm.
So maybe they did it too. Maybe before leaving.
Yeah, but his people in jail with him.
Yeah, so it's like
they're locked up together.
That's true.
so.
I mean, it really is nobody else.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Narrowed down to one person.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, if it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. You know what I mean? And I fuck with academics. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, like, say he a snitch ass nigga, even if he is, because I mean,
I'm not saying it. Low key, I'm saying it though.
I'm saying it, but like, I'm still a fan. Like, I'm not like gonna stop watching the videos or, you know what I'm saying? Like, see you on Everyday Struggle and shit. But at the same time,
so long.
you know what I mean? Like, I catch it every once in a while. I'm like, I haven't really fucked with it since Joe left, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with academics, and Wayno's kind of cool now. You know what I mean? Like, not now, like, but I mean, like,
You go with it now.
yeah, like I didn't really like, you know what I mean? Because it's hard to fill Joe's shoes in, I guess.
You know what I mean? Like he was just so like intense that he just brought like something to the table. But you know, like with fucking academics, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel bad because like I DM'd them and like when the whole 6ix9ine shit happened, and I told him like I mean, shit, I could probably put it on the screen later, but I'm not because I'm not a whole ass nigga. You know what I mean? But
You don't care, bro? No, you don't care, bro?
Yeah, bro. We got our house. You can see it where we're at.
that blueberry joint.
I'm not living.
Cinnamon one.
Hungry little nigga. But you know, I don't even know what I was saying no more because you so hungry. Like,
Yeah,
now I'm just thinking about
that's in the
food.
flow.
Yeah, like
All right, let's move on then. So we got Tekashi 6ix9ine. We got recently this week we found out about Dwight Howard and I'm not gonna say the name right, Mason Elijah, something like that. Came out, tweeted.
That's love interest.
This is love interest.
Alleged
love interest.
Alleged
You know, we don't want to say it's anything confirmed yet. Howard and his team have not officially came out and denied or
Don't get sued with no
it.
funds.
But sent out some tweets saying how he was going to different sex parties, the transgender sex parties, just fucking everybody at the parties, and
getting fucked apparently.
yeah. So then that's what happened to Dwight Howard this week. Now he's out with sore glutes. He's been out on the sideline with some sore glutes, which is
How do you walk into a locker room after that though? Like into the back locker room, like
that's a tough one.
Well, honestly,
and look your teammates in the face.
honestly, I think they already know. Like if we're gonna keep it 1,000, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, man, this is a touchy subject, right? Because we're it's 2018. You know what I'm saying? Like we're in an age where like we understand that people's sexuality is on a spectrum. People aren't just one or the other, either straight or just gay. I mean, people just apparently make shit up as they go along sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like in a sense, like that. You know, as they understand themselves. You know what I'm saying? They try to find terminology to you know define it.
I don't think the bad part. I don't think what makes the news. What makes the news is an athlete, of course, and he's known. But
Yeah.
what makes the news to me is not that he slept with somebody who's transgender. What makes the news is when someone denies or doesn't come out and you know what I mean. Like they're trying to hide however they feel. You know.
To the other side of that, maybe he's not ready. Like you said,
That's
he's
true.
a high profile athlete, a black celebrity. That's not going to go well for him. And then if you got somebody putting him on blast like that, he's not.
That's the messed up situation.
It's hard. Like he doesn't want to come out and say that's going to affect his career. It's going to affect.
That's why it sucks
sponsorships.
to be an athlete celebrity because then like people get probably exposed you all the time just to get 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, even if it's not true, it still tarnishes your name.
Yeah.
They can say whatever you want in this age. That shit will. People like a story better than they like the truth.
Oh yeah, and it was crazy. People like now are like going back to Dwight Howard's Twitter and different things to like kind of confirm what was going on. And like my 2 cents on it, and you know, I'm gonna try to be as politically correct as possible and sensitive of people's feelings because I understand that, you know, it's a sensitive subject, and niggas got jobs, and I know how it be like sometimes, but y'all be really trying to like track niggas down and all that shit, and we got people to feed, you know what I'm saying, families and shit to take care of. So, anyways, what I'm trying to say is, like, if Dwight Howard is gay, if this is true, just embrace it, bro. Here's the thing about you, Dwight. I fucked with you when you was on Orlando Magic, cause you was strong as shit and you was dunking and being a beast, and I thought you was gonna be the next shot.
He did a lot of pick and rolls, but
I mean, but you know,
I was gonna say he's a big man, but he did a lot of pick and rolls.
he was a solid big man.
He wasn't your traditional shot type big man, but
he was, you know what I'm saying? Like he's like the LeBron to the Jordan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean back then.
different era
anyways.
big man.
Yeah.
Still a good big man.
So you know what I'm saying? Like I had high hopes for him, and then he kind of fell off, and then like he just disappeared, and like now this is what I'm gonna know you for, bro. And so my thing to you, bro, like if you're listening out there, is embrace who you are. If you've been hiding this for like all your life, and if you feel ashamed of what you are, it's time to let that go, because we in a new era where regardless of how other people feel about you and what you do behind closed doors, it don't really matter. It's 2018, man. Gay people run the world, bro. Like, that's just straight, like, you know, and straight people run the world, and lesbian people run the world, and I mean, everyone runs the world. So it's like, make a place for yourself out there. Like, you're Dwight Howard, bro. Like, you big as hell, bro. Like, just get out there, dunk, put 25 on niggas, get 10 rebounds, be a semblance of what you used to be. And ultimately, it don't matter if you suck dick or not behind closed doors. Like, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a shit because you're not sucking my dick. You know what I mean? Like, but, you know what I mean? Like, I know, I just took it wild. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm trying to not be so serious. But, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, bro, like, on some real shit, it don't matter. Just be real to yourself. That's because at the end of the day, what we think of you, it don't matter. It's what you think of you, how you love yourself. And if you hiding some shit, you ain't loving yourself right now, bro. And you hurt inside. So the only way for you to stop hurting inside is to just embrace whatever it is that you are, whatever you like, and whether you do, you don't like transgender girls or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be you. You know what I'm saying?
Stuff like this shouldn't even be news anymore nowadays.
No,
like,
people's sexuality shouldn't be news.
Who cares? It's unfortunately get a story out of it.
It's almost sad that it's news, really.
Like, there's mad people in the NBA that I kind of look at and I'm like, he's kind of like, you know what I mean?
Suspect.
But dude, am I gonna like worry about it and try to like
just go play ball? I just want to see you play ball.
Yeah, knuckle somebody.
Do whatever you
Posterize somebody.
Like
you want to go have intimate relationships with another dude behind the door? Go ahead. Come out and do a 360 windmill though. That's what I want to see.
You know, a lot. If we were to examine everybody's sex life, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of shit
We can find by everybody.
you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of girls out there probably fuck dudes that they are not proud of at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so, I mean, there's women I fuck that I'm not proud of. That I'm just like shit. I could tell you about the time I did, you know, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had to go home and wash myself like clean because, you know what I'm saying? I had to bathe in Purell because I done fucked a bitch I shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, who am I?
To the world.
I mean, most people wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I was in the Navy. You know what I'm saying? It was my Navy days. I was a little youngin'. You know what I'm saying? Tekashi age. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta do what you gotta do.
I was doing what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? But it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because that don't make me no better than Dwight Howard. You know what I'm saying? Because I choose one thing, and it don't make him no better than me because he chose to do it another way. It just, we all people, and we all on a spectrum, and we all choose what we choose. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's about how we feel about ourselves, not about how other people feel about us. Because fuck everybody else.
It's almost sad that like it sucks that everything has a label to it. You know what I mean? Like, or like you can either this way or you're that way. Or this or that. Like, yeah. I think like.
What does it affect your life? Like,
yeah. Like,
why?
That's why I don't understand why it makes the news. It's just somebody else's life. You know. It's weird.
It's because everybody wants to like pick a team.
Everybody likes drama though. Drama is what fuels.
Like,
everybody loves drama.
But you know, what sad is like that's a real person with real feelings who got to deal with that shit tomorrow. He gonna get on Twitter
every day for the rest of his life now.
Yeah, like, excuse me. You know, one thing I tweeted, you know, about the situation was that like for people that joke on him, like, yo, like it's all fun and games. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not your life. But really, that's a real person. Like, the last thing a motherfucker need to see is, like, somebody commit suicide because you done bullied them and went too far. You know what I'm saying? Like, because then you can't undo that. You know what I'm saying? You can never
just over a sex preference.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, and it don't matter who you are. Like, everybody has feelings just because you're a high celebrity profile. I don't mean you can just go on and just bash him any way you want. He's still a person. He got feelings just like everybody else. Shit will get to him.
Like, there's a lot of people on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like for example, like I tweet at Trump all the time, but when I tweet to Trump, it's about like the shit that he's saying. Like, I'm not tweeting to Trump about like what he got going on behind closed doors. I mean, I could because
Your Michael Penis.
no, because I mean, like with the whole
no drones. We're just kidding.
Fuck your drones, nigga. Like,
We'll cover this camera up. Stop.
but you know what I'm saying, like with the whole Stormy Daniels situation, or like the whole Russian, you know, like prostitute situation, all that stuff. I mean, like, who gives a shit? Like, like what I give a shit about is what you say and what you do, and how you affect the people around you, and like and all that stuff. And you know, Dwight Howard seems to be like a good guy. Like he's always had like
he always smiling.
Yeah, he's like the
nice guy.
happy person.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's like.
He's a sweet kid, like he's like a grown man baby, and like
that's an accurate depiction.
He really is, though.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I mean? Like, and
Giant man baby.
I just feel bad because I know that nigga hurt, like right now, like just because.
Like, he seemed like he like would be in his feelings. Like he just like he looks like he would take his stuff to heart.
Oh, you get well. I mean, who wouldn't? If you see the shit people are saying right now, and like just subtract that.
Bro,
Just
looking at some of the stuff that's saying.
Just the immediate, you know what I'm saying, like reaction, like with your family, with your players. Now every time you pass somebody on the back or you give them like that little show, now they thinking about it a whole different way, or you know what I mean, like,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, how you walk back and talk not because you're messing with a transgender, but like I feel like because it's his business, like it's nobody's decision to put anybody's business out there. Like, that's something that you, whether he's comfortable or not, like, he puts it, something that you review at your own time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like, not how you walk in the rock room, everybody knowing your business. You know what I mean? Whether it's, if you mess with a straight chick or a transgender, or if you're gay, like, now you have to, like, and obviously he didn't let us know because he didn't want anybody to know his business. So now you gotta deal with that for 82 games a season, you know what I mean? And then social media, like, and it's just
it's fucked up, man. You know, and I feel bad.
People don't have like
no consideration for other people's feelings at all, or their livelihoods, or you know, like, and social media made us desensitized to a lot of shit because everyone made a joke out of everything because we saw so much of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like that it just became, you know, just everyday life to just clown on people. Because
what's the next meme?
Yeah, how am I gonna go viral? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how people like on Twitter be like. It's like, how can I tweet something?
How can I offend somebody?
That's gonna make it so like it just, you know, blows up, and it sucks. But you know, like, that's what works, and because of it, like, people are now just conditioned to just offend people and just like say the nastiest shit about other people. And you know, this is fucking America. Like, we're supposed to, like, we pride ourselves on being like so great and so self-righteous and
so diverse and
moral, and you know what I mean, like, and like one nation under God, and like, you know, all this bullshit. But it's just bullshit. Like, we're like just so egotistical and so cruel to each other that, I mean, other people around the world, I mean, to ourselves, our own citizens, other people across overseas, it's, you know, it's part of what we are, you know, the Americans' way or whatnot. But
which is a great segue into our president, who kind of promotes this kind of culture with how America is portrayed to other countries. Officially, with the newest news with Saudi Arabia, where they what is the CIA term for it? They had high something.
It was like some shit like high probability, but I mean, it was pretty much like,
they confirmed that the Saudi Arabia prince ordered the hit on the journal or killed the journalist out in Saudi Arabia. But our
president
seemed to believe otherwise.
Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't.
They did not. We don't know. We can't tell. That's your opinion on the take of what it means when CIA is saying, yeah, we're pretty sure that this is the guy that did it.
People that do this for a living.
Well, it's not the first time he's done it. Like,
no.
You know, with the whole, you know, Russian investigation and all these other, you know, things that they brought up to him. And
Is that a drone?
Yeah, stop it.
No, for real. I heard it sounded like a low flying aircraft.
Well, let's hope not.
We going to the table?
Because you know them shits can see through walls and hear through walls. And, like,
I mean, it sounded like a low flying aircraft. I'm just saying.
let's just pretend it's not and continue this conversation for the sake of the podcast. But it's crazy because, like, I mean, I'm not one to trust in the government ever. I'll say that now. Like, whenever they say trust us about something, I'm he's like, no, let's go the opposite, just to see what happens. You know what I mean? Because time and time again, they've shown to be a tyrannical force of evil, whose only care is, you know, money, and to stay in power and continue, you know, empowering themselves and their families and all that shit at our cost. So, you know, knowing that it's hard to when they say shit at face value, but when it comes to some shit like this, like the Saudi journalist was investigating the Saudi journalist, but the journalist, Washington, you know,
Post journalist
was, you know, investigating the Saudi prince and shit that he was doing. You know, gets killed, chopped up into pieces. CIA confirms that pretty much it was the Saudi prince that ordered the hit, and then you have a president that goes, "Yeah, I don't give a shit, as long as they keep giving us money."
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. We don't want to lose billions, and statistically, it's less than 10% of oil comes from Saudi Arabia anyway. That's not our hugest source, but
that may not be the money he's talking about.
Yeah, and that's essentially what it's saying. Is if you provide enough money, you can kill whoever you want.
That's crazy.
Even if they work in America. And,
yeah, it don't matter who they are. Whereas before, America used to have a stance where, no, that shit ain't gonna fly. You can't just kill whoever you want and just not.
Or at least pretend. You know what I'm saying? Like, assassinate a motherfucker and then say it was a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just blatantly just, like, not give a shit. Like, that's like Obama. Like Obama, I there's some things I didn't like about him.
Drone strike.
Yeah. Like, he was a drone strike king. Like, but at least when he got on camera and, like, he did speeches, like, he acted like he gave a shit. Whether he did or didn't, I don't know. But, like, you know, like
he at least wanted us to believe he did.
Yeah, like, he comforted us. And, like, everything is going to be all right. We're going to take care of it. We're going to put stimulus here and this and that. We're going to, you know what I'm saying? I changed. And I believed in that shit when he came. Like, you know, round 2 is a whole different thing. But, you know what I mean? Like, the first time around, I really did believe. But, like, Trump, like I never felt comfortable at all. Like
one life don't mean shit. Your life don't mean shit.
Just coming up and just grab him by the pussy. Just fucking, they're all rapists. Build the wall. Like it was just fear. And it was just like, nigga, like, you about to be president? Like, shit. Like, and Hillary was a shitty option. Like, don't get me wrong. Like,
yeah, it was the lesser of two evils. What do you
choose? Like Hillary's fucking, like, female Darth Vader. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie though, but like when Trump was running for office, I was like one of those people that was like, you know, maybe he's gonna make a difference because he don't really belong to a party all like that, and maybe it's what we need. But like before, before he got into office, though, when everything started coming out with like him grabbing, you know, women from their junk and stuff, and the shit that he was saying in the locker room, which like locker room talk and shit, whatever. That was crazy. Like, I don't know how he still became president.
Like the stuff he was saying in rallies, just punch him in the face, just do this. Like, you incite all of the behavior that is going on in America. Like,
you know, or even when he became president, and then like the Charlottesville things, like there's good people on both sides. There's many sides. Like, niggas taking a KFC bucket. There's only one side. That's the truth.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like running people over. That's not a good side day. That's my opinion, though.
You know what I mean? Like, but apparently there's many sides. You know, placate and so we don't offend you. You know,
I do
tiki torch whites, like, you know, who drive around in Chevy trucks and shit. Like, we're not trying to get shot by y'all. And
you don't want to generalize a whole group, because
but
there is Not that everybody's out to
of course.
start stuff and
like for example, I'm sure there's genuine people out there that voted for Trump, like thinking that there was going to be a change, like because he was so different from every other politician that's probably ever existed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
that was a huge draw.
like he was a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Before he even got it into like that position, so like he wrote in like a rock star.
Celebrity, you're fired. You think
That's
that'll make
why
you good
he got
president?
in the
That's gonna
office.
make you president?
Yeah, fired.
He did. It just fired everybody. We gonna drain the swamp.
It's crazy because everybody thought, or I thought, maybe it'll work out because he's different. But now you think about it, like, is different always a good thing? Like, not really. Not this gets worse.
And that's where like
Grass ain't always greener.
I wasn't trying to stereotype, but in a sense like the people that still support Trump now, like you know what I'm saying, like that there's something wrong with them, because like how do you see like all the shit that's going on right now? You seen that like with the Russian investigation, like he's been bought out by the Russians and all this stuff's going on. You see with the Saudi dude, he just like had some dude just chopped into bits. Maybe he did, and maybe they didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's just like indifferent to human life. You see, are we gonna make Mexico pay for the wall? Really? That's coming out your
The
check.
wall being will.
It's being built slowly, but it's coming out our check.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm saying?
paying for it.
So like, the people that still like that really rock with him, his core fan base, like, how do you see like the not just the utter chaos and the utter like disrespect for the Oval Office? Like I remember that position used to mean something. Like I didn't look at the president as like a role model, but I looked at him like almost like the coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the team. America's the team, and he's the coach, and he's gonna get us to the finals. You know
Well, the president was always looked at like the leader of the free world.
Yeah.
Our president of the United States was always the leader of the free world, and now you put the title of leader of the free world, and you put Trump, and it just don't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, this is a guy that we're supposed to follow into war, into whatever he gets himself into. Come on.
What I guess what Trump's referencing is "Make America Great Again." Make America great, like those times like in the 70s where it was just so easy to just live in America, and it wasn't, you didn't have to worry about politics. Like people never had to give a shit. Like, it was like just some, thought in the back of their mind, like every 4 years I gotta go fill out some slip or some bullshit. Like,
Think though too, like what our director was saying today at the meeting, when you talk to somebody, right, when emotions are high,
Reasonings that are low.
So when you talk to somebody about the political belief, that's the reason that at any workplace, political views and religion is always off the table for a topic, because that's something that I don't know if it's an American thing or what.
People are just passionate about it.
And there's nothing wrong with being passionate, but the problem is that
It's
when your
hard to
emotions
have a
high,
discussion.
you're not gonna listen to what everybody's saying. Like, and that's the problem. It's not that I'm wrong and that person's right, or that person's wrong and I'm right, whatever. But for you to have a conversation, like, it's not enough. Yeah, it's not enough just to hear what they're saying. Anybody can hear what you're saying, but to actually listen and process and reflect. Yeah, like, you know what I mean. And then and
those exact words.
yeah, like, but if you don't follow those steps, if
you're immediately defensive and want to combat,
if people,
you're not going to listen to what the other person's saying and trying to understand it.
The problem is people don't listen to actually listen to what you're saying. They listen to be able to respond. Everybody's quick with the clap back. You know what I mean? Or defending what they believe in, which is fine. But when you're like that every time, gosh, it's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Anybody who's a diehard Trump fan, you say one thing that you don't agree with that Trump did, and it's over, bro. It's over, and you wouldn't believe the kind of people that actually support Trump. Like, you know how typically we think about Trump and the supporters. We're going to think about
Like
white Caucasian people, and you wouldn't believe the amount of Hispanic people that actually support Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons is because and we had I didn't have a discussion. I was listening, but the lady was having a discussion that she was a Trump supporter, and she's a minority at work, and she was saying how all her family owned businesses, and that's why they support Trump or Republicans because everything they're doing is helping people who own businesses. So they're just there in for the immediate gratification. They don't care what in the long run what's gonna happen to their descendants, their kids, or whatever,
Even
or how it's gonna
that,
hurt everybody else.
Even them.
Yeah.
That you might have immediate impact that's good for you for a year or two. Let that 5-10 years down the road, boy, that is not going to have the same type of benefit as it's having for you right now.
What do you guys expect it's gonna happen in the next like what do you guys expect for the next couple months? Like, because Trump still has like another good 2 years in office.
Or we're a month away from the end of the year, though.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean, going into the
2019.
and then 3 months into it.
Mm.
You know, he hasn't been as loud as was when he first got into office. I don't think, which is he's still
Steady
in
with
the
the
news,
tweets.
huh?
He's steady with the tweets.
But I don't feel like he's quiet almost. You know what I mean, compared to how he was, and that's kind of makes me nervous. You know what I mean? I definitely feel I don't know if it's 2019 or not, but I definitely feel by the end of the term we're going to get into some sort of war. It's inevitable. I mean,
what do you think with who?
Well,
I don't even know if I don't even know Will, because what we do is we can just get paid off. That's all he's looking for. He's not looking for. The only thing he's looking for is more money. It's not to benefit anything other than just to have more money.
So, but the thing is though. So he said the thing about the journalist getting chopped up. Like maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But what race was the journalist?
Honestly, I don't know. I want to say damn. You want to Google it real quick since you got the laptop? Cause I don't want to say like just some random race and just throw it out there and sound racist. Who's Mongolian?
Jamal Khashoggi?
Yeah, some crazy like.
But
it was a Saudi journalist.
Yeah, he was a Saudi journalist, but he's American. He was American.
Yeah, he was a United States resident, but yeah, he was a Saudi journalist.
So, but I think it would take the thing. I think Trump is going to be forced into having to act, and because he's so reckless, because I think something's going to happen, but it's going to affect a person or people that he's not going to be able to ignore. Like, for example,
Secretary of State or somebody like that.
No, well, I was gonna say like more like soldiers. Like, you know how we're super patriotic when it comes to soldiers. We like those. That's our people. Like, you know what I mean. As President says, like we don't treat them.
So they come home.
Yeah, we don't treat them. They don't not treat them when they come back home the way they should be. But like when it comes to military, like you can't say anything wrong about the military or like we're super patriotic here because of our veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're super patriotic. I'm not saying that we're taken care of.
No. Like we pretend like we're super. I mean, let's be real. Like, you know, we say we support the troops, but do we really? Like, how many people out there like send care packages to the troops while they're out there actively gone overseas? Not many. When they come back from war and they look for jobs, how many people like give them like all those chances that they really need? Like for example, because you're in the military and you're doing a certain type of job, it doesn't really translate to a civilian type job. You know what I'm saying? So everything that you've been doing and learned how to do is pretty much meaningless. And now you have all these skills for shit that are useless in a new world. And then you come back and there's not much to come back to. And then most of the times you come back all fucked up. You know what I mean? You go to the VA for help and all this other shit. And they don't really help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why every day 22 veterans die from suicide. That is an insane number. But we all say we support the troops. And we all say, oh, we're so patriotic. And I say this to someone that used to be in the Navy. We don't. Like, the troops are just some, you know, some romanticized idea that we have, that we you know, like patriotism. It's an idea. This is our land. It's some fucking land. Like we're just born into this shit. We were just taught that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. But back to, you know, the world in 2019. I think it's definitely gonna come to a clash because there's so many sides. You know, like the Democrats won back Congress and they got into the control of the Senate power and all that shit. So now you have a president who acts like he's king and just can do whatever he wants, fire anybody, investigate him. You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much act as reckless as he feels like. Right now, you got Democrats that are like, yeah, no, it's not going to happen. You have a fan base that is just, like, ready to, you know, do God knows what. Like, and it's just like, and an oversensitive left that can't take a fucking joke. Like, so it's like, it's gonna come to a boiling point, and you got the people that are just like in the middle, like they're just like, fuck, you know, you guys are crazy and you guys are crazy, and it's just like,
what's gonna live my life?
Yeah, like. No one knows what the fuck they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And then we keep saying, well, we'll just vote. And then the people are like, oh, if you don't vote, then you don't get to talk about it. Well, no. Like, I'm going to talk about it because, shit, I should have more than two options. Like, why do we still have a two-party system? Like, we see it hasn't worked for, like, the last 100-something years. It's always been Democrats, Republicans. They just take turns and they, even though they take turns, they do the same shit.
Yeah, it's two sides of the same coin.
You know what I mean?
The agenda's the same. It's all how they go about doing their agenda might be different to some extremes.
It's like figures. It's like WWE. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, cops and robbers type shit. Like, and eventually, this is why I want to start this podcast, because, you know, it sucks to feel powerless, to feel like there's nothing that. Because if you vote, it's like you're saying, well, I can't do shit about the world, so I'm going to give you the power to do it. And then we see that the people that have the power don't do shit for us. Like Flint, Michigan. Like, that is like I don't know how people vote in Flint, Michigan. I don't know how they get out of bed from the water poisoning, and I don't know how they even believe in politics at this point. When ain't nobody fixed the wells over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's sad. Because, you know.
That's in America.
Yeah.
It goes back to the point. What do you mean, make America great again? What does that even mean?
Like, it's an idea. Because, we look at America, and it's just not that great at all. Like, and not to be, like, unpatriotic or nothing like that, but it's like the world has descended into chaos, and you know, the cities are fucking crazy. You know, the pollution is insane, the water, the air, the food is so toxic, the people are so toxic that, like, what does this go? Either we're gonna go to a civil war or aliens are gonna get us. Like, I figure that's the only, you know what I'm saying? Like, some.
I didn't get in there.
Yeah, I was extreme left. That caught me off guard. We did a civil war or something. Imaginary people from Mars coming together.
I'm figuring, like, if we don't, like, just, like, nuke ourselves to death, it has to be, like, some kind of supernatural force. Like, that alters our path. Because where we're headed right now is just nuclear holocaust. We're just like American history, American Horror Story, Apocalypse. Like, all it takes is 3 dudes to destroy the world. 3 dudes in a certain location just to press those nuclear launch buttons. And it's like, and the second they do, the world that we knew is gone. The way that the damage is going to do to us, the environment, just everything, and Trump's that dude that I could see, like, talking that shit, just like, oh yeah, I got this bitch right here.
when he was going back and forth with the Korean,
Yeah.
I was like, yo.
Yeah,
I was waiting for that shit.
I knew what was about to happen.
Well, bro, like, listen, you gotta realize, I'm a conspiracy theorist, right? So for me, like, I've been waiting for aliens. I've been worried about them for like the longest. Like, I wasn't even thinking that like these niggas was getting ready to just like do some shit like this. So like when I see Trump like talking that crazy shit to like Kim Jong Un, like fire and fury, like that sounds biblical. Like what are we talking here? Like, I will make it rain. Like, nigga, you is not Christ. Like, chill. Like, those are people too. Like, I know that like they're North Korean, but it's like all lives matter, right? Like, I can't just be pushing buttons and just wiping out like a whole country.
Make America great again. Make America non-existent. Shit. Can't wipe out our nukes.
Bro, like, cause if we do some shit like that, you know the rest of the world is gonna fuck us up. Like, we can't let them do that to us. Like, Hey, yo, y'all trying to form the Death Squad?
Yeah, stopped recording like 2 minutes ago.
Because I got 1% battery left, you bitch.
And I'm gonna have to go here soon too.
But, you know what I mean? It's crazy because we're headed to this really dark place. So we can just ride it out. And we're the drunk guy. Fucking speed down.
God, I see you trying to put it full circle now. Bring that back. Yeah. Yo.
Yeah, I've been learning from comedians. You know what I'm saying? Like,
full circle.
To the start.
but, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna crash, and it's only time. But right now, we're enjoying the ride. It's crazy seeing Trump out there talking that shit. It's crazy, like, getting on the news and seeing people like getting torches and getting militarized. And I'm like, bro, like, you in America? You like you're in Richmond somewhere.
I don't even have a gun yet, yo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes are just
ready.
They ready. Like, they really ready for war. And it's like, but they're not ready to sign up for the military. They just ready to
Kill their own people.
Yeah, like, so how patriotic are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, for as patriotic as you motherfuckers claim to be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
but
feel like that's the definition of domestic terrorism.
anyways,
So what do you think is coming in 2019?
I think hard times. I think it's just gonna get worse before it gets better. We got the world that's nowhere near in a good spot, especially with the leaders that we have, and I think it's going to get worse before it gets better.
I mean, we could hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the idea behind this podcast. You know, to be able to hope and dream. I hope that we can create, you know, some good energy to put into the world.
Unity.
And hope that you hit that like button or whatever subscribe button there is. I don't even know where we're putting this on.
YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. It's gonna be all over pretty much because
So like and subscribe.
we're trying to get to you,
Share,
motherfuckers.
tweet.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Comment.
you know what I'm saying? Like, not just
Give us topics.
Slide in our DMs.
send some nudes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
no.
hey, y'all
Take
Take it back.
Listen, send me some nudes. Fuck these niggas. Fuck this nigga. But you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole point of this is because we trying to reach y'all on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Not just because before it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Like on some preachy shit. Like not just that. We just trying to reach y'all because we see the news. We know the news ain't what it used to be. It's not as real. That's why Trump can get away with saying fake news. Because it kind of is, you know what I'm saying? But, like, he's faker than the news, so, like, you ain't no position to be talking
Too big.
Yeah, like,
Hell yeah. Big ass hair. Yeah.
nigga two-tone.
That big ass can.
Nigga looking like a
Agent Orange.
orange Impala that just pulling out candy coated and shit. But, you know what I mean? Like, we're hoping that y'all fuck with us and that we can take this to another level where we can be seen as, you know what I'm saying, like professionals, and then y'all understand that this is real, that this is real news that we trying to give to y'all, and we really trying to make a change for the better. Because we're just like y'all. We go to work every fucking day. We pay taxes. We deal with shit just like y'all do. We're not some rich, like,
Illuminati niggas in California with like no fucks given, you know what I'm saying, for y'all. We here. We give a fuck about y'all. Enough to make podcasts, enough to take our time on our day from, you know, our families and shit that we could have been doing to do this for y'all. And that's not like on for some brownie points. That's just to let y'all know that, like, this is the goal. Like, it's to get y'all to fuck with us, because we fuck with y'all. We give enough a fuck about the world to even do this. So, yo, I hope y'all like, subscribe, share, comment. You know what I'm saying?
Give us
like,
some topics.
Support, donate. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because we trying to take it to that level where we ain't even working no more, so that we can just consistently give y'all news. It's not just gonna be one video a week. It's gonna be all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Every day.
Every day.
7 days.
By yourself.
24/7. You can't
One
get rid of
stool,
us.
one table.
3 phones.
Faces everywhere. We're gonna be fucking holograms and projected in the fucking sky like a bat signal and shit. You ain't ever gonna miss us.
But this is where we start.
I'll
Anyways,
start somewhere.
highly
Now
offensive.
we out.
Episode 1.